Welcome back, 7th graders. Today we will continue working on your radial symmetrical design for your Mexican tin art. The first thing you need to do is finish transferring your design all the way around your circle. If you can't remember from last week, that means you need to fold into halves or quadrants and go over to the window and trace what you see from the back side onto the front so that you have a symmetrical design that goes all the way around. Once you've completed that, you're going to go to the back of the room, and on my supply cart, you're going to find some scissors. I want you to take the scissors and carefully cut out the excess paper so you're just left with the circle. That's going to make the transfer onto the tag board easier. Then you can get a piece of black tag board, and it should have a circle traced on it. The first thing you need to do is write your name nice and neat in the bottom right-hand corner, first and last name. Then you will need a piece of masking tape, thin, about 2 inches. So you tear off about that much. And you will take your design and line it up with the circle that's been traced on there. Make sure whatever part of your design you want to be on the top, you have on the top. Okay, so it should look about like that. Then you're going to take that piece of tape and just tape the very top edge like so. That gives me the ability to open it up and peek underneath and lay it back down. Then you'll need to get a piece of transfer paper. The transfer paper looks like this. There's some different colors. I'll try to give you mostly white because it shows up really nice against the black, but any other color is going to work just fine. The transfer paper has a chalky side, and if you rub on it, you'll get a little bit of the powder that'll come off, and then kind of a matte or flat side. The chalky side needs to go against the tag board. That's what's going to transfer your design. So I'm going to slide that underneath it, making sure the chalky side is facing the tag board. If it's not facing the tag board, it won't transfer your design. Then I'm going to flip this back down. I want to make sure that there's transfer paper all the way around. Then take your pencil and very carefully trace over your design. Try to keep it in place so it doesn't move around. And you're going to need to use medium pressure. If you don't push hard enough, the design won't transfer. But you don't need to push so hard that your hand has cramps. So you'll go over, maybe try one element of your design so that you can make sure it's working, that you have the paper on there correctly. So I have that much of my design transferred. I'm going to flip this back now and take a peek. And it has transferred really, really beautifully. Now, if you make mistakes, the really great thing about this tracing paper or transfer paper is it erases just like a pencil, so you can get rid of your marks. But then you'll need to lay this back underneath and continue tracing until you have your entire design transferred on to the black paper. Now, when you're finished with the transfer paper, make sure to return it to the teacher because you can use this over and over again. So other students will need to use this. So just give it back to the teacher. And then you can go back to working on your design here. And that design will be radial symmetry also. And you'll use it for your metal tooling for your tin art. So you can sketch it out first with pencil. And then the next time I see you in class, if you finish the transfer and you have a design for your metal tooling, I'll give you a piece of this. Now, if you're at home, and watching these videos and you don't have the transfer paper, I'm going to show you how you can do your own. So if you're in the classroom, you can pause the video now and you can start doing your transfer. If you're at home, you should keep watching so I can show you how to make your own transfer paper. The white transfer paper just had like a powdery kind of chalky substance on it that when you pressed on it, it transferred onto your black tag board. At home, you're going to need to take your pencil and flip over your design on the back side and make sure you have a pencil that's got enough lead on it that you can kind of lay it on its side, and you will be going over the back side of that outer circle part of your design. So you'll be rubbing like this. What you're doing is you're putting lead or graphite on the back of your design so that you can transfer it. You're making your own transfer paper. So you go all across your design like so. And then you're going to do the same steps that the people with the transfer paper did, except that your transfer isn't going to show up quite as nicely because it's going to be graphite on black. It still will show up. So I want to show you what that looks like. So I would tape it on to my black tag board. I'm just using this piece of black tag board that I had laying around, and make sure you have this all the way around your design, and you'll do the same thing. You'll draw on top of the design, pushing fairly hard, like so. And it transfers really nice. So if you don't have your own transfer paper, this is how you'll do it. All right, that's all I have for you today. Make beautiful things.